So, our today's project is based upon Twitter data analysis for Bollywood boycott hash trends. Okay, I have been available with the multiple data set, though I got this project idea previously, and I thought to perform the analysis over it. So I was looking for the data set, though there are private data set available on the Twitter. Somehow what I got to manage the data. Okay, one of the data set here, there are other data sets also to the movies which has in the Bollywood. Okay, they also comprise, but however, here do the analysis, the that particular set. Let me having an unnamed name that is either you can say it as a serial number. Okay, the next column is the date, time when the is of your the this tweet comprises of everything that processed it completely, your at the rate and everything. Okay, so here you can see that there are certainly some hashtags, they are stating statement, irrelevant. If we want to drag, there will be negatives, and here only the data we are not available. Okay, so the one thing is how with was basically in the with the sentiment column, and we are that in one column. We are not available when who did analysis the word cloud there. Okay, I added going to add the sentiment, and then you are going doing machine learning. Okay, will be calculating and we'll be drawing the location material data. So here the statement is okay. You need to first it's not available in later on while whether it's been having a negative sentiment. Here this data it has been collected. Okay, and date user is just a raw data. Okay, having all mentions. Collect the hashtag for task. We collect the for it further analysis, and then we further. Okay, so okay, and sure you can ask. Related to will be in this tweets, and it will be come out. These are only in on the Twitter from tweets, and obviously sharing. Everyone will code, everyone on my side. You can ask. So I guess there
Did you find the sentiment?
each and every text a huge data set available. Basic obviously we huge data set, that means more than okay. So each and every tweet question. Yes, an echo.
Am I audible? The procedure for not mention
Happens is you need to certain extensions. It is an API which can it might I will let you know that this is also very much how to work with the real hopefully in download the extensions, and then you can give the links there. I have told you, so you're going to start collecting things made possible and all. Let me go to the code Kegel account where
increase the font size.
now it is okay.
Okay.
So kept it on the private mode. The reason for this level on Kegel way too much more. Okay, so I have done the same thing. In need to import that's what I have done. Multi to do something your data for use in my what I had done label data sets and start with a new project that what OS direct to last setting that link with the Kegel input perform your is important. And it's not been linking with some basically required but important to impile names and everything's been present, and then you and so when you get started, okay, and just create a copy of it mission, I add the data set you want to work. So here is an option available, add date. It is visible to you. Click on add date. If anything you imported the tweets, the data set which I have imported data frame is data complete path Hollywood tweets data local host on my machine for my data set and from okay, so it's been proceed that you added this path, and okay, so from a that is okay, so here it comprises 1M CSV available. For example, Brahmastra, Raksha Bandhan, there are such 1M CSV. This can also been available here specific to a or other further masters for your PhD, going to tell you everything ML deep topic, and we can inquire working on the. Now the next thing is data dot head. On you can see, and then okay, 5 rows of this data, 5 rows of my data set. This is my run the last data set 5 rows because we want to have properly or not something which I don't require, so it's better the zero and shape of the data. Now if you want to drop any drop method, put it here. For example, here I take another column name, basically means column doing some basic okay. Here 3079 million lakh rows we are available. It's a huge data set of collected from name of the columns with user in the tweet dropped. all of this is date format. Tweet is also not present here. Been in it's been present in object. We'll be going to now. It's been all in its memory. So here is just what I'm going to extract. Please do to collect hashtag extractor. Give the tweets which could tweet name here to collect all the an empty list here. Okay, which we use to pick task. That I have created equal to append the for I in sample to every. Okay, basically I will be for the tweet call. Okay, I will split everything. If length of I is greater, our complete text would I it is greater than first position, then we need to append it to the going for the row of our data zero. Just append. This is the process which hope this is a very doubt. Please let gone through check whether the length is if it is greater than only than zero. If you are available hashtags. Then the next thing is a new column in my for which are been manipulated data lambda function sample to from the data method. This x is equal to one column tweet take here a sample tweet here we can on okay I'm and going this is the new column dot apply uh, going to here the hashtag okay and for from this okay and tweet that is just don't certainly a data I am picking the tweet column and this is where I okay okay done. Okay, new column has been here it is you can check. So if any of see here that because there is no tweet comprises you have columns of Bollywood, Pix India, Master and also you available. Um, it's very much should that the point our flying over operated one method to perform this analysis. Please let me all the hashtags the word clouds for your doubts. Anyone having doubt please.
Sir, can you like you have that after can
Hmm?
you please the depth
Yeah
function?
here is I'm giving hashtag extract what you have to give tweets applying third over okay I'm going to give
Data,
yeah
yeah.
yeah tweet so this column tweet this data only see the compatibility and data also. Okay so okay this is a variable because okay so sample tweet this way tweet for I in sample the question is sir we this is the data okay in applied over only so you data I took okay so this
Collecting
yeah I'm only
uh, collected all the hash lambda function.
yes
So can you do
Python okay if you want to this is option and avoid okay if you want to single line okay so here one line code okay so all this method going to call this method pull tweet okay I'm calling this in my lambda function in been applied here as a variable here I that is a tweet that's it process has been applied on your this process and this arises of hashtag or lambda function over the so in this
yeah function?
yeah inside this lambda
Yeah,
function okay so that's simple other process you can just write and you can so there could be some other incorporate some way okay so Python just general you can write the state to calculate perform any of the x colon then x and get the result so the basic you can work about some basic and thing is are see now we are available with this related to it that boycott what is the frequency data visualization library I am listen carefully I'm going to join tags in for tags in data hashtag column for loop only ting tag again I'm 13 tags going to collect hashing please listen carefully support gems of Bollywood boycott Brahm going to collect to us here this is for tags this column and internally for collect in the tags are going to join everything this is how we that means support space Bollywood space boycott Brahm this is what we are going to draw basically important data visualization like outs where we are a frequency of the occurrence of any will word yeah
Hello, you are joining now. Can you just tell
before splitting and we are going to collect to be collected of all the tags in our data sets we are in for team is basically available in the data sets run this thing and show you that what this because for available
Bollywood
yes
those
no we are not splitting them okay
okay,
all the hashtags and I've
okay.
told you that's
White
basis
space.
yeah that's why I put hashtags because there's one tell you about this data Hindi and English tweets in this data so you can okay all the data our data from everything. Okay, for every I've collected the okay. So here form of a text that I delete. Seen this, so I've deleted. So now we cloud. I take cloud. This is a method which is okay. Color for my word cloud. The text is minimum is more than the 50. So if least frequent, so it's and the maximum most frequently used and generate saving to create how you can for word cloud use you need collocation. See collocation. What does it means? Collocation is certain of the combination of say that heavy rain because okay or make exercise are made of any of the word was an adjective. So predictions basic going to do an aid collocation from the allocations false prediction for the word available from the word cloud. So here is the fine. I'm going to plot the figures. This is how I'm going to show. Okay, so I have Bollywood. Biggest are able to bigger font of this word is more than boycott Bollywood. Also, the word it has been if you are having data to keep the background notation either or whatsoever generate the word has been generated the mostly word in the text least you generation of a word cloud. More thing, one more word clouds that means in the certain have created a tweet in a Twitter like there are many here in a rectangle. However, you decide on the basis of that the image which you should have a black and white image basically only been customized word come with some customized word cloud. Okay, in the implement word cloud creation word cloud you can after word cloud we need to collect and hashtags which are been the trending. Let's check it. I created empty dictionaries. That is the then that means I told dictionary empty dictionaries. Okay, put a dot word cloud. This is certainly your see items for use items. This Python the dictionaries value pairs. See the keys and method in Python. Values also there is a pre value pairs. There is also pre for working with everything is count plus equal to now if count is not available and okay count is less than 10 my top 10 dictionary that means I'm keys. So keys let me show you. Okay, this is the key and okay key and so what I'm word cloud created above cloud from this word okay which are making the count initially empty. Okay, counting the count one button. Okay, if in the top then you need to or k pair you need to if I talk about it's the highest. This is third and of all frequency of their and the task. So yeah yes
how the value
on through our word cloud. Okay, we have color data set. Okay, here now there is one more to you. What is this intro? Let me explain you this thing. Population embedding method basically uses the distance waste pixel values to satisfy okay because I need to in word cloud creation. It is created on method to create by has been done on the average the four nearest the average. Okay, so you have calculated okay and put all of them how to put them on have done the okay and read your with 4 pixel value. Okay, basically because in computer just can display and display. I hope if this subject is something which raster scan and random is any image plus a raster scan display. Okay, are performing the raster my word cloud frequency of occurrence of mean or okay and then I have created been created. No one will do in depth. And then if I talk about pound is equal to 0 then this just say the high one they have been cloud. I'm all the items when I'm updating the count. Okay, if count is less. Okay, and if you're pinned, you're in the top 10 dictionary values. Okay. Top 10, top 10. Okay, okay. Now just waiting from. Go ahead.
So for example, take an example like your code is that
Yeah, already present. Okay, then.
but like it is being
See,
updated.
do you think
No,
not been
yeah,
updated? Yes, dictionary. Okay, updating means I'm appending. I want to append the dictionary. I'm not updating these in my dictionary. Pick the items. I checked because I need to, in my to add top 10 things in count 1 and less than 10. If my count
yeah,
is 7 at 9, updated. Yes.
yeah, items in descending format like that
Yes.
it is. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Created on the of the
Of the
words. Having the
this
highest
and it is
highest
in
by seeing this
oh
picture
oh
apply this counter. You can collect hashtags also. What? Okay.
okay
Or
Got
if you
it.
do and collect everything.
Ask like why is this frequency
Frequency,
generation?
yeah,
So no, if it is a
whole
so
number
why is this
mentioned here. This is the key
okay?
validated to a presented here. Okay, okay, so this is cloud. To my according highest I have given one. Now you can check. So I Bollywood. Teach. Let us assume 5%. Are you getting?
Got it. Got it.
So this is how code work. The name list, then what are the top 10 functions, keys, and the values, and I'm going to generate the bar. Here it is. Key values, you have to plot the bar range. The length of the length is obviously you are having 10 to 9. Use words, the names. Yes, the boycott and boycott last thing comes like order. From put any that it should be like that in that particular. Okay, I haven't this into that and collected by this format. Very important. So this is how you cloud. This is how right now it's been much more better present 10 top 20 top. This is how you can plot. Very simple. I just okay analysis. The tweets at what time the people at what at uh, okay I need to important. So because I need to convert this in format. I got tz understood into Indian word which has been available in a word function. It is in the array index. Tz stands for thing. This will convert only into my own. So this is zone, and in India, again, Kolkata is the time zone for us is the zone. Let me print, five, micro. Okay, this time is in nanosecond timings. Now, data. Definition of our data set, but this is just available with 3 lakh set. Okay, this is has been present, and this is also. Now, from June 21 to 21, okay, we can see that we are available. Do some timeline related to very much important. Where you can take the date, you can perform the time because I have 19 vaccines and sentiment analysis. We have drawn the timelines when the leaders got the shot. Okay, so similarly, this project for your tweets are the hours of the day. Show it data frame column that is our data of the day of what I have taken. Let me print this thing. 5 entries of it. Okay, fine. So 5 hours. What is this basic 5 where we the tweets are in my date also. Okay, picked from the here I've collected a new data frame. The status I were out of the date value the over how many times present these are present of an index and figure sign height whatever you want to take. You are green you can take from your side of the day. Okay, number of tweets day how many. Okay, very so let me run and show you the graph. 0 that means so 1 2. Now if I talk about okay if I talk here you round that is a 12 highest the highest low morning number of tweets at a data set and 500 tweets then it's going to some day right, there are some perform the analysis on so on the basis of the okay so from 0 to 20 24 hour and number of tweets 2 hours of the day in an afternoon there's a in the nap time so okay just around 12 noon and pm certainly huge number of tweets across the period. Let us I'm going to do is group by I'm going to take the year and for data for the respective forming the count and plotting the bar here I'm going to take and the number of it has been you want to give any so the year and 2020 the number in 22 tweets are data set which we are tweets in the month of August and this hash during this
So
yeah
you identify the charting related to
we
what?
can see on the beta set only which has been related boycott only related to the boycott basis of this or not what's comprising of which we have collected on are you getting my point tweets are basically which we based
So
upon
like a number of tweets with
most number of tweets has been here we have done we did our analysis and here is the year. Okay, if very much important, you can put the dot day. As analysis can also be something. Okay, so I took the as it in data set available 6, 7, 8 of June I guess August in year from 21 to August 22. It's happened. These and also things. As per okay on the weekend to caught trend with something like that dt dot day name defined a method in Python. If you talk about date and name, this is of return the day names or index. Okay, it will return the index. What it will names classified index and underscore index. So sorting we are going to drop if you want. Okay, and then number of tweets. So everything we are going to see what happens. Ends. Friday we are taking the weekends. So dt dot by that names of the date. Okay, we did sorting. We are been available sorting index and we have set the, so we can check beats day. So every time we just Sunday whatsoever for our data set on the, okay, so every day, what is the number of tweets? Wednesday, here Saturday, Sunday news we have collected the of the is okay, fine. The all the weeks my data set around weekends lives, okay, they are the tweets are not more time on to do the tweets on got more time to do the tweets, but on the weekend, okay, so let's again print, okay, so now I'm tweet text extra text cleaning, the cleaning I did perform and related, not simple. Okay, now, so how to perform the, I created, okay, here I will give the tweet underscore text, apply the loop over column. I split it next slash and according to the new line correct. This is for I in, for j in, for space, find a hash, don't split. If HTTP hyperlink is also continue dot okay, so basically consider my statement if, and if you are having to collect it non state, so if you are having HTTP else collect everything, collect numerical but don't collect, and then you are having the filter filter is a method and just use sequence element to be true or filter here. We are not going to use the sequence of list of list, not filtering our sequence on the something or any by anything. You got an empty list, you split it, that means you applied through internally are available with the hand collected loop, okay, just append it. So if you are course and everything, if you are append it here, list, okay, text, okay, tweets just join all those, there will be split at each and every here going to create, okay, to confuse any hash and HTTP, that's it. Hashtag and HTTP text is still that much clean because so it's not stealing hash and any run this code the data at the tweet thing.
Like tag words, but
Yeah.
over the sentence hashtags also add Bollywood or something,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm. What happens is if you want to do it to clean your data, work on, okay, okay, the raw data hash special. Okay, I need to on everything that has been once we in our model and need to be available with things else you're
Okay.
okay. So yeah, you're right that has boycott and only we are not being in text in order to, okay, so here I have cleaned completely just only, okay, so here it is, here it comprises of the rates and cleaned my data. Okay, now fine. Let me part of this Hindi and the English bad. So there is a collection of, okay, on GitHub it's on the Google of Hindi and go with the search. I think not bad words are been present task. English words GitHub. Okay, you is visible to you all. Here is a list of dirty. Okay, so on GitHub, these are all these bad words, Czechs, Danish, French, everything. These, for example, these are the list of, okay, languages. I have added the also because they are available with the back to the Hindi. The reason is coding how to affect words. I paste in a notepad. Will let you explain particular case bad words. I did lines. I've read every present right now with them present here. Well, I have told. Okay, I copy paste or then I have upload here. Add data of by clicking on add get your in here. Okay, to upload the file. The pop-up window. Fine. So here, format of CSV file set from your side. In the such things, browse the file. So I have already shown you the bad words there formed. Let me show you this. That will be much more. Data for is been present. The tweet going to some related things are being present. Ultimately, any bad word or not. So, offensive is tweet or not. Created a new method. The tweet text. The lambda function. I will go text column now. Tweet text that I converts are now converted into bad words. Okay? Then for I bad words in Hindi bad words, if I bad word is present, the tweet word append the sound. Similar, okay. There's a done here. I have prepared initially. I am column that is the tweet. I am applying the for loop here. Hindi bad word and I'm then after performing all this. Okay, so I did apply. Okay, for Hindi and English. Okay, and English bad word need to check out. I will show you it has been calculated. No worries. One another section I did. From here, find the data set. You have that there is a bad word in another column, particular column, whether they are having English. Now, okay, because I don't on my initial data. tried. So data underscore new. Now, if 0, what does this mean? Or no bad. If no, if there is a the list, okay, you can write like here. The length of one bad word present 0. For example, I just say offensive. Example, I'm going to take off. If I need to collect only the which are having not the simple tweets, length collect only which are having. If it is equal to 0, so there is no sense to collect it's only which are having just 55,000 tweets which are okay according to okay what was the issue is been present. This is what now. More than 25 I talk about my initial already available with around more than 3 lakh of the tweets which are available 25,000 with the 3.8 okay so around getting so around 8 okay will which we division of and the back calculated above percent of the tweets okay yes, I can run distribution what the tweets and also on tweets a user unique and 29 user the tweet do the value counts for dots tweeted 10 times to 10 3,000 did it tweeted times okay. More there are this much number no let us talk about the user just one time they tweeted just tweeted for the one time users only three that is only 60% of the tweeted 36,000 only one time they have do the value counts for them. This is the profile. Remember, Phoenix, Lord, this person, 36,000. These are the tweets. Okay, okay, we are on the tweets. So this person, the which this person, all the tweets done by this. Talk about the second person. Okay, so we have this is what the analysis done. Oh, please let me know. You have created tweets. Fine. Code. Twitter. I have created did for codes and everything I did. Let me go for edit. Okay, here the node means I'm going to take pandas and yeah, and it does it also and libraries will took the same tweet CSV head column. Now I'm analysis I just drawn you can do with the date what so I'm not going to do I'll be doing. So I drop the 3 lakhs 21 only to let us print the information. This is object data. Duplicated tweets available 169. Okay, so there is a method called as duplicate tweets which let us drop the null values present in you. Again which we did previously track the same this is the same all the hashtags okay this is a new column in our previous code from here previous code let us do next this is what tweet text we have created us but I've been data I have always been available coded English advert txt you are just scrolling it here in English bad words I have upload okay upload data words pasted on the notepad piece okay path here these I have created so let me print list of Hindi bad words. Okay now again created a list created a complete list. Now what to do? Now I added the bad words plus list of Hindi I added. Now with and okay this is all the libraries which EK natural language. Okay so color expression in the text. Okay if you
So when you're extending, you're just keeping it as
that is certainly an issue.
okay.
Certainly an issue. So we Hindi tweets available bad words we are Hindi this is something related to budget which has been already the first that is only available from my side now this is by my side that is why this is the stemmer I need to words that means a word play and all such things so I took all the stemmer word stop words related to the English taken everything now clean the text moving hash here column that is called as just I did only but now I'm perfectly clear I'm going to your complete code for your purposes okay
Other than doing this, we can clean the text, right?
okay but you know to perform
Okay.
the text into lowercase there any or just say not special character any will clean them and if you are having w slash something like in, just take just for the cleaning purposes so that we have
Okay.
already are available just we need after cleaning all these regular expressions we are available with certain clean all those patterns to clean links and for whatever we clean your text is not in a stop words which is not assemble it into a check the words which are present in a text or stop word I already explained stoppers. So I'm just going to collect word and and create a text. Okay, that is what I formed here. Played, playing. The only word which I'm going stemming. Perform only the root word text. Join all. This is the basic where it text. Lambda function. So you guys why in this data. So data to no lambda function. So I'm just calling tweet text. That's it. Okay, here and okay, move everything which is the tweet and will create a new already available this side my exit meaning data is lack row. That is why I'm using its resource. That is why. So this has been cleaning has been done for data. Hashtags and your hash at the only available words here, whether whatsoever Hindi, English words also in my data. Okay, so and this is the refinements has been done here. Here it is. I had a copy of my data. Check. There was an issue happened if I bad words. Let me tell you. Checking the word. That is why I profanity check to perform and give you the sentiment. But I'm using test block. Okay, the collected because if like I save there
just a suggestion. Work around like we can continue for
for the Hindi you every Hindi you need
see the text which is retranslate.
yeah the
Yeah.
point what how many collect only Hindi tweets and then update your
No, no. Rather than that,
so yeah
script.
you can apply on yeah
Yeah,
just do the
yeah.
translation with the what I'm going to tell you words like example Bollywood people are writing like this loop word and it should word by word the analysis just took boycott it comprises of a did like this so for example of the text also it traces a word and if bad word for example as okay there actually but are matching with my bad this is the particular code so because of that particular word from you have been told that oh, this no but actually there is placed certain present in the form of a bad word told that okay this word is present this bad tweet this is wrong taking that and okay you told that this profanity check library profanity check library you can it will take some are been given here successfully in some warnings explore and your profanity check there is and there is a if I just and predict probability okay then it will let you array 1 turns you array it returns so if you give any syntax okay it will return you whether it is also though I'm not using predict I have given this yes it is a bad word you got it now the new data from this is, let me show you let's check this is the first row text row let me show you the first never elected never emotional okay so please don't make it emotional basically understood the point everything I have already drawn it doesn't come so you can see there in there's a prediction okay so this is how there is no bad word available it hard work explaining you was not absolutely I'm simple in everything directly I did is 201 variable to me number of rows available every row and if no so values list empty not column related to the no column of this I'm going to what I did is any bad word yes so
Just put 0 and 1,
yeah
like
we can
whatever the
put zero
code.
to label encode in numerics I printed the if I run this code now it will take long 1610 and then it need to yes to my minutes to run this these are the values for each for every each and then sentiments frame I created from values so this is this new data frame is how many values are present unique values are present 1000 no tweets are offensive tweets okay printed the shape and everything neat my I did try to concat I haven't done anything data that is your name csv and send csv format yes the sentiment and I have saved all of this you understood this you all understood all
When
hmm
that moment, like much more probably can define how much
hmm
value you get and then run
yeah
the
yeah
no values. The data is imbalanced.
and
Hmm.
we are
So,
the text block is what
hmm.
I want to tell process related events
No, because balance the data. Generate your own.
I will it's also null values for it okay because this told there is an issue this
Those null
will
values.
of them it completes present analysis however what you're saying should have been used I have explained you this to you the work upon on this but how because this is the research issue this is a research issue and the people are Hindi has been already work upon download all these files get back to let me get back to another code now I'm not working I will be working up the Jupyter notebook Wait. Okay. Process. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Let me improve this. If I just raise, I took all. Okay. Data the post for the hashtag and it is already filtered, and the tail that is sentiment data. The data which compressed tweets. Once I run that, it will creation of the list of words which are present in a sentiment thing. I renamed. I renamed data frame with only data frame. So my data 3 it from 0 to limit. I printed the data file bus that is yes, these much rows. Yes, I my data too. So this is this thing. I created one new later on data 6 and data 5. This is what we need to do of our data of our tweets related to the looking forward. Now I am available with the labels option. The question Hindi tweets also whose labels are X in profanity checked will it will do. It will okay. So there are certain labels it gave none. I checked how many null are there. There are null values. These are null values. Of all the null values available which are or over data set, which is on none because their profanity check was okay. So I also in something there are many tweets which are available because I did so for me to do that after all the refinements the tweet text and okay and I found that 2,11,000 views. Still the points certainly in this still we'll proceed ahead with this and the data to us. No values are this is remaining 90%. We are going to and which are the data.
What we have used it in logic. Values are mat.
See, we will
So are you converting it into the
okay.
okay? So then you can use more. Yes and no.
See, 0 into 0 and 1 by label. Okay, let me my columns in my twin and the okay, I did a new name. I downloaded this .csv in deep learning. Okay, this is the data source code text. I gave a name, label name. Okay, and then no worries that I will use copy of it. Okay, just print the first 5 rows. That's what I have. So label encoding, it gives our which compare because I can't work with yes and no 0 and 1. So my yes and no 2 and 1. Okay, again having the same figure. Okay, so x-axis I'm taking y-axis I'm x equal to np array d label. I'm going to tell you next. Here I'm going to apply 2 columns. It is something whether they have them into yes and no. Y-axis I'm going to taking here TF document frequency. So take TF frequency. What is TF IDF? I am having a document just frequency of occurrence of 10 page code. That I'm going to do is convert that word into okay tag vector and word has been document. As a term frequency, it is the information and the to the number of appear in a document. Is this document and its purpose. So then you to word only a vectoring a notation. However, it will convert here. The inverse document frequency taken of it. This is a constructor. I have transferred them into X feature names which has vectors. You are having and sorry 88 vectors features ultimately collected. So out of all actually the 88,000 you have created with the help of TFI. One row and converted into this dense is this is basic okay dense this is our for one row X and them certainly matrix measure. Okay, fit. Okay, I calculated. I gave the names to it. Okay, so vector to create the data. I need to create the data. Okay, when I did is that means I go in on index or names and the columns of values. Okay, zero point 0.6. So the frequency in a sentences is 0.6. IDF. You can use count vector as count vector. I think I have used CV new new recommendation system model. Here I'm
Sirtualization and
same visualization. Created all the words. Then split. I have decision tree an algorithm. It is okay. Set until partitions a check this particular then or whatsoever. The tree leaves the partition from the discrimination it belongs. So we okay and tree is going and my data extracted the extrain in the white so 67.33% I've applied my extrain this is 99.3% for the I imported.
Rather than it wouldn't
Yeah, I have
have
applied
changed.
other algorithms also. Okay, so helpful. Okay, this will be much more better. Let me go ahead.
Okay.
Tricks and all also from there I am going sheet. One score support everyone. Basically my accuracy. Okay, my is 90. I have printed. So how the accuracy has been, but certainly a classification report recall what does these means to the sum. Okay, so true, negative, false. See, true positive, the value present. Same we got in a negative means the value has estimated wrong. False negative, it has your model. False negative, false positive means false. Estimated true. Estimated model. So of true, false, negative. This is if you take true positive, false negative, true positives, the ratio of true positives and false negative F1 score, if it's a harmonic mean that is upon equal to 2. This is there are two arithmetic harmonic progressions, harmonic mean of precision and the support occurrence 3,000. That is the actual occurrence of. Okay, kitchen report your accuracy. I have positive, true, negative for it. Logistic regression. Regression is a linear has been used for the classification. If you are available with class or 4 class, what? So here we have applied for the logistic regression testing. Your accuracy here I have done fusion metrics for it. Vector classifier. Regression again is it integral dependent variable. We are having independent. It belongs to linear regression. If we just check out this of dependent, it is a class of regression. It is a class of the same constant variable. Though it works as a classifier. We have performed the classification on the basis of logistic. Okay, now linear we have used support vector classifier because it comprises of function. The large sample point present of function here in which all the to calculate which point the plane of your support vector class have okay, so the accuracy found to be 96 and 90 accuracy 96 confusion matrix gradient boosting class multiple algorithms. Gradient boosting, what happens, what is this assemble mask, what is assemble see assemble model. So assemble model, it example if it has decision tree combination of random extra trees also extra, this is assemble. This is a combination of two models of boosting also, and this is so assembling takes several weak learners, you design strong learners, and we give you and strong accuracy. Okay, here in boosting two technique in boosting I have used perform if it every iteration we do use two errors which previous predictors. So you take strong, you train learners, you give as an example in a class we are having strong learners, strong weak and a strong. I train, okay, one set of, I give it for example. So now I have to stress out the previous weak learners. I'm trying to, okay, this is how I this is to the grade. This is what I performed. Okay, fine. Um, fine. There are other people also to me consider them. Okay. Coming back, explain. Making them the output from. Then again, there's some learn. Ultimately, there are predictions. I have model to give the good prediction here. Okay, I have achieved what is 95%. 95% with. I have also okay applied the algorithm.
So tested it for
Yeah.
NLP problems, bidirectional STM.
Yes.
So what do you have for that? It's coming out good, but that is it right now accurate? You
Whatever
can.
results we are, they have definitely not. I will
Yes.
not deny with the 96%. Okay, though we are
Mm.
now considering because, and secondly we are also in our yes data.
Yes. Yes.
But how some few more things and use the text block one block for the sentiment. Do add the sentiment Hindi text. We need to
Mm.
do this data set. This is our
Mm.
analysis. Our research also the research. Okay,
Okay.
and algorithms has been used machine learning algorithms. They are
Mm.
giving me good results to.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
they might
They
guess.
might not have. That
If,
is why he later on
okay.
they
Okay.
are also at a good accuracy. Even also started.
You created your own
You see. I have
mask. Okay.
used at the last again and assemble forest. Forest section of trees only. Decision tree only. Usually with the decision tree 98. Okay, and do I did the people use algorithms. If they give you some task, the data set, just operative chart. Operative. This is the comparative chart. This the execution. I created an empty
for that. Like you have done most of the. There is a new regressor or develop all the tradition.
okay.
So in one go,
Yeah, I have seen that.
I much more
What happens is
efficient.
the out for all here.
Unsupervised learning.
Yes, technique is also been
Mm.
because I know what I did.
Yeah.
You can use
Yes.
schemas for
Mm.
unsupervised learning. Okay. Now what I performed the analysis at an empty list of okay, applied the for loop, okay, and go to model selection, include one line selection, splits random. Okay, I need to give here, given it here, k fold, that is okay. So yes, as a validation, folds from the training, given k folds something for the validation, then for the training, that is I'm shuffling my data. Okay, shuffling, I made validation score. That means k fold I need to perform, which I did with k fold everything. It is a standard of machine learning algorithm. This method, if you talk for the means of a machine learning, name of my ideal. Okay, it's running. I not took too much time for the process. I took LSVC. It has given me 95% execution of my code because it was too long. Got an error. It is taking too much time. So I did stop error in this code. Prepared the comparative. Okay, algorithm. Now, stop. Show you another code. My screen visible. Okay. After working on
Yes.
analysis of your creating word cloud, creating sentence, all the data set and everything, and I've shown you those. Next, what I mean the accurate. Okay, I have this in my code. I have collected the tweets, text, and the label. I have a previous code. Frame tweets dotting unnamed column 2,21,000. I'm only available. I duplicated here also that for my tweet. Okay, previously same thing. What I'm going tweet 01. Take the tweet as I traditional. I splitted my test 67. I printed all shape. I used to work with the deep learning technique. Pre-processing tokenizer, IDF vectorizer, working with you know what happens because this is a deep learning pre-processed text tokenize TensorFlow Keras 10,000 create the token of all. I need to fit this fit on text updates its internal work on the list of text. You are already dot train underscore train. You have already split it. Already available vocabulary. The max words I have already input to this clause on here. I have okay D library internal vocabulary. I have text which so what are the sequences you vocabulary. So here sequences into for df test a library tokenizer 1000 okay on library that means based on the list I have updated vocabulary interconverted into tokens sequence of words tokenizer dot word underscore this is made word underscore index determine the running word to the length of the vector. So I have created words has been calculated here. I have printed 1 lakh 8,000 this much independent doing into training and the test you are converting it. So here words you can take to text that means your update sequence from your all tokens and now some mistake happened. Token as so I think there are some words. Okay, test 2 you have created here also means this will be like test sequences to sequences dear. Now what happens of all the tokens? I'm going to pad sequences. After you have TF-IDFs,
Length of all the
same two method of vectors we did with to ensure same length or not because it into very now once in purpose is the length better. So used for that on your data. Okay, sequences has been done. So padding has been okay. Like here, date all the been done. You have the same length or not. Okay, and then you have shape one you took. Okay, padding of test. Okay, for the train shape you took because the length. What is the length of your train? So here it's also been done. The length took now refined all my data. Length has been checked and made the uniformity done. I input layer colors. So what are from my side, my model, the layers to it. I'm going to pick just to instantiate. It's something to create an instance, to create an input. 1D layer convolution kernel that is conveyed in a special or tensor outputs. convolution layer I have taken. When created, there's a convolution kernel, means we are creating also internal layer, okay, and mentions related animation I am taking here, okay. Max pooling layer, extract this layer to extract. See the max pooling, there is maximum feature collection, average and maximum feature. Then at the we are taking global max pooling one time, okay. Basically, this one thing it block will take it take 2D 2D take 2D input channels. It takes 2D which we have given number of input channels of all the input. So what is from all the input? It will D layer, embedding layer, embedding. I believe embed positive integer size. This is positive integer values into vector format. So you will get the results of two vectors. The input here going to perform here, that is called as a dense. It's a deeply coupled layers inside. So dense layer is a pooling. Ultimately, input we are going to collect. We are going to the layers I have created. Linear all the layers, input layer, embedding. These are the how many channels and how created. Summary. This is the deep learning. Sir, how many we can take? How many dense layers we need? This would be our techniques. This is a I am or standard node required for creating my model. 32. These are respectively the values. Took this activation for my operation. We can perform, but I am taking to creating my model. I took file. Okay, is going to do. Okay, this is going to into the model. For example, loss, cross and certain losses. This we need to handle. Category to handle losses. Okay, and they when we use this, but when we use category, that is spark. I am using only and basically it's energy. There's a H probability things. Calculate true labels and the predicted labels. Okay, I've used here, and like in a binary forward service. So basically, it's taken the loss function across entropy. Similar optimizer. Many optimizer one because I need results. That is why optimizer is it is one of the two arguments. Okay, and the algorithm on the basis. So any model you gradient technique that optimizer model dot compile optimizer it isn't technique adaptive and second order. Okay, so ultimate. Okay, there will be two okay y underscore data set. So I need two results. On so taking accuracy need to metrics this quoted in algorithm that is that is metrics from metrics same only. Then this is okay times my data will be the time. Okay, it's number of times is 100, size is 100, and 100 like and I did 10 epos. It took and one some predicted the 10 epos. Okay, array for test data I gave one max also. What is which is of max access with the y prediction goes 1 0 1, it's giving it's maximum it rises of on a particular axis. I printed the confuse to it and fusion metrics put my accuracy 94 per with the traditional machine. None of them was less than 5, which 90 is what I performed. Okay, I did started or done all analysis to you to the word cloud words in the
So
weather
books or
notebooks along with the data along with this
yes,
record
you.
that was to you.
But it will be just in, or will the whole information you have
See,
shown it to be in.
okay, says I got some result related to that analysis. Add Sentinity Tech, there was some we are having some issues. It's also this data and we did collected last we did analysis in the research. Now it your masters or PhDs or this is analysis including
Mhm.
machine learning. Okay, you can proceed ahead. Also looking forward for the result.
Yeah, any GPUs? So I think so. You have.
Yeah.
Can we do this without the?
This you can do creates problem on my losses with CUDA. Never. I have multiple times. I text no worries.
Mhm.
They require CUDA. So I did either I
Okay.
work either I work Kaggle.